This looks just like that machine from the ruins beneath Wallbridge.
This device preserves visual recordings of research targets.
Lambda. Oh, hey, there's that word again.
What does it mean, anyway?
Lambda. In our world, Lambda has come to mean nightmare.
Why is that?
Lambda is a life form we discovered by accident while researching the Lostalia. When the Institute's director, Professor Cornell, began to study it, it quickly became a nightmare for us all. The worst aspect of Lambda, and there are many, is an ability to hatch monsters from its body. These monsters threw Fodra into chaos, and eventually led to its destruction.
That cocoon! It looks just like the one that appeared at World's Eye.
After wreaking havoc here, Lambda fled to your world of Affinia. We knew Lambda had to be stopped, so we created a humanoid capable of fighting it and initiated pursuit. That humanoid is Protos Haste, the one you call Sophie. Unfortunately, Protos Haste was unable to destroy Lambda. After much discussion, we surviving Fodrans chose to seal off Affinia in the hopes of containing Lambda there. But now, after so many years, the Aphenians have come to us.
So you built Sophie and then sent her to our world so she could defeat Lambda. Does that mean Lambda is the one who created the cocoon?
But wait, that doesn't make sense. I mean, Richard made the cocoon, right? Maybe Lambda knows how to disguise itself or something. Maybe it just looks like Richard.
I refuse to believe that Richard and Lambda are the same. I know Richard. He's not a monster. He can't be.
Sophie's getting worse.
We must hurry.
I agree. Come on.
What's happening?
Protos Haste's particles are breaking down.
Excuse me?
Protos Haste is composed of individual particles that act in concert with each other. These particles, tinier than a grain of sand, come together to form a human shape. And while they act as one, the particles also possess the ability to separate from each other, which is what you see happening right now.
Asbel, Sharia, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
It's the result of a process called distributive preservation. Your friends must be completely synchronized with Protos Haste's particles.
I don't understand.
When Protos Haste suffers heavy damage, it usually splits into individual particles, shuts down all functionality, and begins the process of reconstruction. This is known as particle preservation. Distributive preservation, on the other hand, allows Protos Haste to implant its particles into one or more separate vessels. Have you ever seen Protos Haste split into particles like this? Anyone?
That must be what happened 7 years ago.
But the unit shouldn't actually engage that procedure. The reason being, distributed preservation makes it much more difficult for the particles to reform. Failure could render reformation impossible, so why would Protos Haste have risked entering that state?
Would her particles have any kind of effect on the vessels that they went into?
Yes. In fact, while the particles prepare for reconstruction, they would repair any damaged areas of the vessel as well.
So Sophie split herself into 3 parts and then used those parts to save Asbel, Sharia, and little bro.
But then that means Sophie didn't die after all. She was just recuperating within us.
It's amazing. She's been with us this whole time.
I see. Then this would explain why we possess some of the same powers she has.
Incredible.
So, what would happen if she underwent distributive preservation again in her current condition?
Distributive preservation does not allow for reconstruction of the self. She would lose all elements of her current identity.
Sophie, you risked your life for us.
Impossible. Protos Haste was never designed for this kind of self-sacrifice. I fear further particle breakdown could be disastrous. We must hurry.
Okay, war links sowas? Links ist auch eine Tür. Gehen wir erstmal nach links. Wir sollen ja scheinbar laut Story nach rechts gehen. Ach so, wir kommen von rechts. Von links. Okay, ich dachte, wir kommen von unten. Jetzt haben wir hier ein Türchen. Mal rein da. Ja, ja. Ein goldener Zweig, ja, das wollte ich schon immer mal haben. Okay, also im Endeffekt hatte sich Sophie, als sie damals das erste Mal gegen Lambda kämpfte, geopfert, um alle zu retten und hat ihre Teile in unseren Helden versteckt, damit sie sich in Ruhe aufbauen kann. Und das hat dann eben 7 Jahre gedauert. Ziemlich cool. Und steigert noch die Verbindung zwischen den Figuren. Das ist die letzte Batterie. Sonst werden wir auch nicht mehr viel brauchen. Das 3. Untergeschoss. Abgesehen von den Lichtern in diesem Dungeon verändert sich eigentlich nichts. Das ist leider etwas, was ich an so fast allen JRPGs extrem nervig finde. Dass die Dungeons eigentlich nur sind, als wären so von einem kleinen Kind einmal gemacht worden und dann 100 Mal kopiert worden. Also was das angeht, sind die Leute von den Tales-Spielen leider totale Versager.
Sometimes I can't see the value in fighting.
Hubert.
There's no profit in the enemies here. It's a waste of time.
Okay, da geht's weiter. Was haben wir hier in dem Raum? Noch ein Humanoid. Und jetzt haben wir eine Truhe. In der Truhe sind Einheiten, die wir mitnehmen.
Very well. Let's begin.
Ui.
Sorry about that. Be gone. Watch your step.
Zeit, dass wir unsere Sophie wieder kriegen, dass wir ein bisschen mehr Heilung austeilen können.
one can stand before my blade.
Jawohl, ja. Hoch, runter, hoch. Ich mach hoch. Neuer Teleporter und wieder eine Wand, glaube ich, dazu ist. Oh, jetzt stirb doch einfach, ey.
No one can stand before my blade.
Ja, mit einer verschlossenen Tür. Also durch den Teleporter einen Schalter drücken und wieder zurück und durch die Tür. Ganz einfach. Hoffe ich. Oh, Toki! So, das war unser letzter. Wir haben jetzt unten keine Batterien mehr, soweit ich weiß. Also können wir auch direkt runter. Idiot. Ja, ich glaube, das war's auch bei diesem Speicherpunkt.
What is it, Pascal? You sound like an owl. It's these machines. They're a bit different from the ones I'm familiar with. But once I fiddle around with them, they seem simple enough.
Fascinating. Adaptation is the hallmark of an exceptional engineer.
Emerald, if you don't mind me asking, who are the Amarcians?
If you are so curious to ask, they were a group of engineers who maintain the technologies of Fodra. I myself used to be counted among their number.
Wait, you're an Amarcian as well? If that's the case, is it possible that you and Pascal are distant relatives?
Relatives? No. I fear you have misunderstood me. Amarcia was just the name for a coalition of research engineers. Though bonds were strong, none shared any blood ties.
What? We're not all in the same family? That means I have to return the money I borrowed from Poisson. Don't borrow money from children.
Sehr schön.
Is this the machine that can fix Sophie?
Please set Protos Haste down here, if you will. I will begin the procedure. Damage isolated. Initiating particle restoration.
Here we go.
Zero. 10. 40. 70. 90.
Sophie, hang on.
Sophie, can you hear us?
Hang in there. You're not alone. We're right here. What's wrong? It'll be okay, Sophie. I promise.
The particles that comprise its mind are beginning to flow backward into the repair system.
Sophie!
What the?
Is that Sophie and Pascal?
What's happening here?
Don't look at me! How should I know?
Some of the particles that float into the system have assembled themselves into visual form.
Pascal, wait!
If this is a visual form of Sophie's mind, does it mean that we're actually seeing her feelings?
There's more.
You guys, they're harmless! Come and take a look!
Das ist schon echt abgedreht. Finde ich aber cool.
So that's what she thinks of us.
Sophie.
It's happening again!
Now what? Richard?
Naja. Können wir uns alle angucken? Ah, wir können uns für jeden was angucken. Cool. Oh, ist das süß. Shiria war schon immer eine ziemlich große Bezugsperson für Sophie. Das finde ich sehr cool. Und es sagt auch eine Menge über die Charaktere aus, die wir haben. Im Endeffekt hat es jetzt gerade über Hubert zum Beispiel gesagt, dass er zwar immer einen auf ganz hart tut, aber wenn man am Boden liegt, dann hilft er auch hoch. Captain Malik. Das ist ja so, ja. Der ist ja auch total vernarrt in unsere Kleine. Ja, Shio, es ist natürlich wirklich schwer für dich reinzusteigen, weil das jetzt hier wirklich kurz vor Ende des Spiels schon ist.
Why is Richard the only one she's attacking?
Well, I can't say I blame her. He is the one who stabbed her, after all.
Maybe, but still... Lambda...
This can't be. It's Lambda.
Let's destroy him.
Everyone get out! Right now!
Sophie, watch out!
Ui, was ist nun los?
We'll survive!
Es hat sich etwas materialisiert und wir kämpfen damit. Das finde ich doch schön. Hat der echte Lambda seinen Weg hierhin gefunden? Ich weiß es jetzt gar nicht mehr. Hol mich da. Da braucht jemand Unterstützung. Halt den Arm noch länger hoch. Ist in Ordnung. Ich hab gewusst, sie kriegen ihn mehr rechtzeitig hoch. Steh wieder auf! Bin nicht geschlafen hier. Oh mein Gott, bis wir unsere LF-Leiste mal voll haben, das wird ewig dauern. Was wir jetzt machen können, ist... Was ist da noch anfällig? Nova! Kann ich doch dienen. Hier bin ich. Ah, okay, etwas mehr als die Hälfte haben wir. Der Pfeil über dem Kopf zeigt ja auch die Lebenspunkte an, aber das sieht immer total verzerrt aus, das kann man vergessen. Denn demnach haben wir noch nicht mal die Hälfte und auf der anderen Anzeige, die richtige, die wir jetzt hier sehen, haben wir schon über die Hälfte an Leben runtergeprügelt. Tadi weh! Wir müssen halt zwischendurch jetzt mal ein paar Items benutzen. Normalerweise würden Shiria und Sophie uns ohne Probleme hochheilen und Hubert und ich könnten in Ruhe gehen in Kämpfen, aber naja. Obwohl so 10 Sekunden eines Kampfes ganz schön lang werden können, wenn so ein Gegner dann mehr Power hat. Okay, pass auf, damit die Shiria hier nicht zu viel zu tun kriegt. Versteinert. Das ist ja ganz großes Kino. Pass auf, du hast doch bestimmt was dagegen, oder? Warte mal. Der Sirup war... Was, so rum? Danke. Macht noch 5000 Punkte, den haben wir gleich. Hier bin ich. So. Ey, der hat echt wehgetan. Boah, jetzt liegt er los hier nur. Jetzt haut er sich nochmal Nova drauf. Wir kloppen einfach mal eben runter. Nova. Boah, jetzt macht keinen Scheiß mehr hier am letzten Drücker, ey.
Sorry about that. No escape! It's over! Rip to pieces! Stampede strike! I must admit that your skills are quite impressive.
Aren't you sweet?
So, that was Lambda? Spell? Sophie!
You're awake.
We did it!
You're all here. Sophie, can you see us? How do you feel? Is everything okay? Yes, I think so. Oh, Sophie, I'm so glad you're all right. You all saved me. Thank you.
It seems you have failed to eliminate Lambda, Protos Haze.
The mission I have to complete? What was it? Why does it hurt to remember?
Sophie?
How odd. I was sure the particle reconstruction was a complete success. Life maintenance functions appear to be fully restored. But I do see some problems with the information integration. Would you mind returning to the machine we used earlier? I'd like to make some final adjustments.
That's fine. Can you make it, Sophie?
Yes.
Very well. Let's go back.
Sophie können wir leider immer noch nicht benutzen, aber sie scheint immerhin schon mal so weit wieder da zu sein. Ins Untergeschoss 2 sollen wir zurückkehren, okay. Oh, warte. Bevor mich gleich so ein random Gegner einfach umnietet, speichern wir mal lieber.
What did you mean by information integration problems?
You said Protos Haze has no memories from before a certain point in time, correct?
When we first met her, Sophie had lost her memories. That was about 7 years ago.
I don't know what transpired before that point. But the missing parts surely include memories of how Protos Haze came to Afinia.
Do you think you'll be able to recover them?
I will not actually be restoring memories, but I will assist Protos Haze in recalling the reason it was sent to Afinia.
The reason she came to our world.
Naja, man weiß ja nun wirklich nicht, wie stark die Schmerzen von Sophie sind. Aber wir sind ja auch in der Lage, alleine zu kämpfen. Ich glaube, das war schon hier. So weit war es nämlich, glaube ich, gar nicht. Na bitte.
This way, Protos Haze. Now, please look at this.
I remember my mission. Lambda. I must destroy Lambda.
No! What's going on?
It seems the procedure was a success.
What are you talking about?
Protos Haze is a weapon created to destroy Lambda. This information, however, had become confused, so I simply reaffirmed what she needed to know.
Next time, I will destroy him. I will finish this.
Lambda?
Playing with your blocks again, are you? If so, then you should smile like this. A body may influence a soul just as a soul can shape a body. Just look at the child. Every day he becomes more and more human. Do you have any idea at all why I put so much effort into raising him as a human being? It's because
Okay, what was that?
I think he said the word lambda.
It's what he called that little kid. Emerald, is Lambda human?
No, of course not. He is a monster that infects and feeds off other life forms.
Just like a parasite.
So perhaps Richard has been infected.
Does that mean we have to fight Richard in order to defeat Lambda?
No, that can't be. Sophie? Are you okay?
Perhaps that's as far as it can go.
Is she still sick?
Some minor data confusion remains, but it is nothing to worry about.
I must destroy Lambda. But Lambda is... Aspel, tell me, what is Lambda?
Well, how do I explain this?
Protos Haze, you exist to destroy Lambda. This is your sole reason for existence. The form Lambda takes makes no difference. This time, you must destroy it no matter what the cost.
Wait, hold on. Sophie doesn't want to fight Lambda because of Richard. I share the same sentiment. We all do. Emerald, there must be something you can do. Wait, we aren't sure that Richard has been taken over completely, which means we can't give up.
Yeah, and it might be possible to communicate with Lambda too. It's way too soon to give up.
Are you planning to parley with Lambda?
Not just Lambda, Richard too.
Aspel,
This is a problem that affects all of us, Sophie. We got into this together, and we'll solve it together.
together as one.
Wait, what's happening?
Our power is resonating.
What does that mean?
Your powers come from me. I am their source.
That's how you saved us before, right? By sharing your power.
No, it's you who saved me. You gave me the power to change who I was.
So you saved our lives. And then we managed to save you.
This light connects us together.
Wow, okay. Now I'm super jealous.
Indeed.
Pascal, Captain,
Don't worry about it. Let's just get back home, smash that cocoon, and find Richard.
I'm afraid that even the power of Protos Haste will not be enough to breach the cocoon.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be a way.
Well, I suppose you could reinforce your shuttle and then attempt to break through.
then let's do that.
We need a specific attachment to break through the cocoon. But it's available only at a military facility known as Bathurst Citadel. Assuming you can find it, we can make the necessary repairs.
Is the Citadel far from here?
All right then, we have our plan.
We can stop at the Citadel on our way back to Tell Us As to.
Perfect. Let's go.
Yippie! So, Leute. Wir haben unsere Gruppenzusammenstellung wieder. Na, es wird auch Zeit. Wir gehen am besten hier rum, um hier rauszukommen. Nein, das Spiel läuft flüssig mit 30 FPS. Es sollte nicht ruckeln. Jetzt, wo du es mir sagst, gucke ich natürlich ein bisschen drauf. Aber nein, das sieht alles gut aus. Ich habe gedacht... Ne, laut meinem OBS ist also alles in Ordnung. Also die Übertragungsrate ist grün. Ich habe keine Frames verloren. 30 Bilder pro Sekunde habe ich.
Don't push yourself, Sophie. We just got you back, you know?
Und auch die Übertragung läuft hier wunderbar. Also ich sehe es ja einmal auf dem Game Capture, auf OBS und am Fernseher. Alles in Ordnung.
I'll be careful. If you feel faint, just have Asbel carry you again, even if he's not very good at it.
Just make sure you don't drop her.
Man, sharing that power must be what makes them so close.
I think there's more to it than that.
I wish I had magical powers. Hey, Sophie, can you make it so the captain and me are all zippy-zappy like you guys?
I don't think so.
Oh, nuts.
We may learn something that can help you at Bath's Citadel.
For seriously?
Indeed. It was our main research center regarding the abilities of Protoss Haste.
Oh, heck yeah! Come on, guys, let's go!
Emerald said that Lambda was a being that feeds off other life.
I'm a humanoid that was created to destroy Lambda. That's my purpose.
Please, don't talk like that, Sophie.
But it's true. It's reality.
So if this Cornell guy is the one who was responsible for raising Lambda, then who were Sophie's parents?
What are you suggesting?
Emerald said that Cornell was some big-shot humanoid researcher, yeah? So was there someone else capable of making Sophie?
Ja, mir gefällt es allerdings auch nicht, wie Sophie redet. Aber das kriegen wir schon hin.
Stay safe, everyone!
Die Arzt, na. Ah. Er hat keine besonderen... Okay. Ganz schön viele Leben, die Gegner, ja. Ich könnte nicht ständig die Gegner hochhauen und ich sie gerade schlagen will. Finde ich nicht gut. Was sagen eigentlich unsere Levelkurven? 47. 4200. Alles klar. Warte mal. Sophie hat zurzeit den Echsenschlechter. Ah, ich kann dir aber schon die Mithrilhandschuhe geben. Stimmt, die habe ich, So, jetzt aber. Haben wir noch irgendwas? Na. Was? Okay. Da wollen wir nicht hin. Hier haben wir mit unserem Luftschiff gecrashed. Zauberschal. Wer trägt denn hier Schal?
ready for battle.
Roar! Freeze first! Not looking good. What? Impact!
Na. Du wirst so schön nach links und rechts gekloppt. Wenn wir gleich noch wieder in der Stadt sind, gehen wir mal ins Luftschiff. Da kann man nämlich auch Waffen und Ausrüstung kaufen. Vielleicht können wir inzwischen was Neues machen.
Victory is ours.
Naja, da ich Pascal so gut wie nie benutze in der Gruppe, hat sie leider nicht so viel davon. Okay, 5000 Gold, das nehmen wir gerne mit. Wie viel Geld haben wir denn mittlerweile? Nicht übel, da können wir bestimmt gleich mal ein bisschen Ausrüstung.
Let's do this. Roar! Okay, no escape. Aqua bullet.
Nibbel!
Okay, demon bang. Break. Mow him down. Demon bang. Impact.
I think we need to focus a little more on our teamwork. Teamwork?
Cooperating with your companions. I agree. I'll begin preparing daily teamwork training schedules for everyone immediately. Wow, how...
Okay. So.
I've been thinking about Aphinia as of late. We have no way of knowing how things are progressing there.
It's pretty stressy, huh?
Can you use Poisson's communication device to contact anyone?
I find it unlikely that a bird could fly all the way to our world.
Well, let's just see. Off you go, birdie.
And?
It came back. I don't think this will work.
Then I guess it's the reinforced shuttle or nothing if we want to return.
That time is already upon us. We should hurry.
Yeah.
You okay?
Genau, Beeilung ist immer gut. So. Oh, Urweiber. Anfällige für A-Arts. Dann los. Schön Türkenkreis hier.
We won't fail.